and you know what? Most people don't keep those files. What they do is they make them, so that they can get what they want, or they think that they're gonna get what they want. God doesn't work like that, but people think that. It said this vow was based on what God had revealed would be provided to him. So God had already told him, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna do everything that I promised until this is done. So he's reiterating what God had told him he was going to do. He said this vow was based on what God had revealed would be provided to him. We also remember that this vow was coming from someone who was just beginning to understand what trusting in God meant. This dream helped Jacob out a lot. Jacob had a lengthy journey ahead of him, both in terms of physical loss and spiritual maturity. When Jacob promised, then the Lord would be my God, he was, in a sense, acknowledging that his relationship with the Lord would be far deeper than what it was in the beginning. So, in this vow that he's making, he's promising not just God, but he's promising himself that I'm going to do better. I'm going to, there's a change is going to be made in me. Then he said, at this stone that I have set up as a pillar will be God's house, and of all that you give me, I will give you the tenth. Where do you think, what they say?
Abraham did it first. Abraham did when he was traveling with his wife Sarah and paid tithes to Melchizedek. It opens up your heart. Opens up your heart. Recognize God is our source. You know, but he only asked for a tenth. You keep 9%. He asked for a tenth. And with this, you can see, that's why people don't want to search history, find out what's going on. When you take away the history, you take away all the lies for you back into all the lies for the future. God, he gave us the ancestors because he wanted us to look back. Oh, it wasn't showing us perfection, but he was showing us how to interact with them. I want to do the same thing for you. We do it by faith through Abraham. Through Abraham. And I know our time is closing out and we want to.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so anybody have anything, any questions, anything you want to say before we do our prayer?
One thing I think about it is being a lot of people say, I asked God for this, but he didn't give it. The first thing you got to have so you can get it is I believe through Jesus. Because if you can't believe in him,
That's right. That's right. But the other thing is, God never promised that he's going to give us everything.
One thing is, our time is not God.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
and you know, a lot of times you go in there asking God for something that he against you.
That's right.
You know, God is everywhere. When you ask him a question, it made me think about the first time I went to St. Thomas with my husband, maybe this is and there, he was Seventh-day Adventist, you know, their services on Saturday. And of course we went. And for some, they were singing familiar hymns, and I just had a time, and I just started singing, and I don't know, I was just going, and I just felt good, and I knew that God was there. And then of course, I guess maybe I was singing so loud, I guess I looked different and wanted to know who I was, and then I told them who I was, and at the time, I was living in New York, living in New York. So I told them that I was a member of Calvary United Methodist Church. And it was just You know, when you say you could feel it, you could just feel the spirit, you could just feel God in the presence.
And you took your presence
Yeah.
into, into making a civilian territory, but God was with you.
Right.
Okay, our thought to remember is find your purpose and do.